to the Final Four and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
It's tipped, stolen by Thompson. Here's James, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Curry can't get it to go.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Bogut, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. One of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
Yeah, you know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Cavaliers are gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
LeBron's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. No one near Curry as he lets it go. No good off the front iron. Dishes it to Smith. Pass to James. Wide open. Here's Thompson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Iman Shumpert's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Irving.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Love the pass to Smith. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. He even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And stolen by Barnes. To the paint, here's Green. And Shumpert pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Thompson, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Bazili's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well, and what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Spates with it. Now Smith defending. No good from Spates. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Left side, Shumpert. And the rejection by Ezeli. Here's Thompson. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Now Thompson. Following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Mozgov's shot is off. And it's the Warriors' ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Ezeli gets the bucket.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Dellavedova kicks to Mozgov. Feeds it to Shumpert. Smith right side. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Warriors ahead, ending the first quarter with a 13-5 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Rush out there with Festus Ezeli. Then there's Ian Clark. Then there's Barbosa. And it's Spates in at the center. That's the Warriors 5.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Here's Shumpert. And it's sent back by Spates. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And some changes here for the Warriors. Green comes in for Festus Ezeli. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Brandon Rush. And Cleveland also making a change. Thompson's checked in.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's that's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Curry's checked in for Ian Clark. The Cavaliers trail by 11 to stop the run, and it's blocked.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Curry, Love grabs the board. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Shumpert with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Irving from long range. But they get it back. Just 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And Shumpert slams it in.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Curry against Irving. And the shot is good. 7 points for Steph Curry.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now here's Irving. Thompson, a screen on Curry. And a wide open look for Irving. And that one's good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category. Last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game, does a terrific job with anticipation of the carry and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Leandro Barbosa. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, and you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand. And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Now, here is Smith. He has 6. Rebounded by Bogut. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. He needed to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
And in rush, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Warriors leading by 7. 1:22 left in the first half. Here's Livingston, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Dellavedova. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Smith, no luck.
Well, he's building the house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now here's LeBron. Puts it up from 12, and he can't bank that one in.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
And another miss by Cleveland.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And we've reached...
Kevin, I'm here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. The Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead of the quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. The second And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Take a look at what Curry's done. He has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
On the court for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson, and it's Irving in at the 1 spot. Curry gets the bucket.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years. Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Again, Curry missing. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that. Could you?
Right,
No.
Right. He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
And the Warriors, also inking Thompson to that 4-year, $70 million extension. A big show of faith on their part, and it's looking like money well spent.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers, and that one's good.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Cleveland the rebound. Thompson, nice D from Bogut. Warriors leading by 15. It's Curry outside. The shot is off. Some solid defense there from Irving.
And now Klay Thompson with deeper pockets, but never one to splurge. His father taught him well. I mean, his rookie year, he drove the family hand-me-down. He bought his next car used, so his focus is clearly on the game, not the glitz and glamour.
Spates checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson. Curry outside, and the basket good. Curry's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Warriors.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
No good from Irving.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
And that one's good. And it's now 23 points for Steph Curry.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Irving from long range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Curry's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 15, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Steph Curry. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's Irving, following the score by Golden State. Launches a three, and he gets it to go. Irving's got 10.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty. And the
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Sure
Hey,
is.
guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Shumpert gets a wide-open look. Barnes grabs the miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Count that one. And that's now 6 points for Draymond Green.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Different look here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Ian Clark subbed in for Sean Livingston. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. James comes in for Shumpert. And Smith subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Clark. Mozgov with the block. Fry dishes to Smith. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Kicks to Fry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Andrew Bogut. Klay Thompson.
8 seconds left to play in the third.
Stephen Curry.
Curry outside. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Cavaliers trail by 19, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Bogut out there with Festus Ezeli. And it's Curry in at the 1. That's a 2 from Smith. It's rebounded by Curry. Warriors leading by 16. Fires from deep. Again, Curry missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it.
Irving can't hit. Warriors leading by 17. And that one goes long. The drive by James, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
Now Smith, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Irving, offensive rebound. Thompson misses.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
They recover it. That drops. And that's now 28 points for Steph Curry.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
And he gets it to go.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And the shot no good, a bit short. The Cavaliers trail by 13. On its way from Irving for 2. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. And here are the Warriors now. It's Curry outside, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 31 points.
Wow, a fantastic performance from the arc here in the second half.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Smith. Rebound Bogut. Bogut's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Thompson passes to Bogut from outside the arc. And another 3 for Golden State.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Outside for Curry. Bogut dishes to Curry. No good from outside.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Curry, following the basket by LeBron James. Outside Curry. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Stephen Curry. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
Cavs were very strong against the West. 18-12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West.
And the Warriors with possession here. The Cavaliers making the shot. Here's Clark. Comes up empty down low.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov.
Timothy Mozgov. First personal foul, teams first.
Here's Clark. Mozgov with the block. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home.
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen.